Welcome to Math and Startup. We are going to be discussing the concept of statistics. And before we go into the definition of statistics proper, I would like to just give you a brief story about statistics. Statistics is not a new course or a new discipline, like it may sound to many people, but of a truth, statistics is a discipline that has been existing as far as time, as far as we can record. Statistics has its roots in various disciplines, and in Latin, statistics is called status, but in Italian it is called statista, in German it is called statistic, and in Italian it is called, in French I'm going to say it's called statistique. But well, that may not be relevant as we are not actually discussing the concept of the history of statistics today, perhaps another time. And all of this thing implies political state. That is, in inception, in time, before it became broad, and it has its roots in various fields of study. Statistics was used in politics, basically, and in government as a whole, where we use it in framing military and in fiscal policy. But in literal meaning, what is statistics? If I was to define statistics, I would have said that statistics is a tool that converts data into information. Statistics can be defined as a tool that converts data into information, basically, and it will have sufficed. Why? When I have a group of data, it makes no sense to any man until it has gone through the process of statistics. Then it begins to have meaning. But if I was to define it to a layman, I would have said, use the simple acronyms that is called COSPAD. I call it COSPAD, in describing and defining the concept of statistics. Now, what does the C stand for? The C in our statistics stands for collection. Collection. The C in statistics stands for collection. That is the first process, the first steps in statistics is that we go to collect our data. No data, no statistics. That is, statistics solely depends on data for its analysis. Statistics solely depends on data for analysis. So the first thing we go to do is to go to the field and gather up relevant data for our hypothesis. These are terms I'll be defining as we go on in the class. Now the next thing is called organization. Now, when we go to organization, when we go to the field to collect our data, it's still in its raw form, just like any fisherman will go to the sea to gather fishes of various kinds, and when they perhaps get to the shore, he starts to sort them out into the species, the types of fish that you have caught, and even throw some back to the sea. I mean, maybe the leaves or some garbage that come alongside the net. So it's called sorting, and you can call it what? Organization. The process by which I put my data in order. That is called organization. Putting them in their likes. For instance, if I've gone to collect ages of students, I've gone to collect height, I've gone to collect weight, it could be in neutral form. So the process by which I put them to place is referred to as organization. Then the next one is called the selection. It's called selection. Now, what does it mean? Selection means that I do not, like I just given an instance, I'm not many examples, the terms of a fisherman going to the sea to gather a lot of fishes and sorting them out. So you discover that perhaps there are some part of those stuff is gathering may be dead, like I said, and needed to cast them away. It's not needed. So sometimes you may be gathering unwanted data. So what do we do is that we're going to select the data that is relevant for our what? For our project or for our hypothesis. So it's called selection. Then the next one is to present the data. Presentation. Now, I know you know that when I gather my data and I have sorted them, organized them, in short, select them, the next thing is to present them. And it should be so comprehensive to the extent that a layman, a man that perhaps not been to school, will be able to interpret what is being conveyed to him or her. What do I mean to say is that there are means by which we try to analyze, try to present our data, and it could be through tabular form, through diagrammatic, or our graphical way of data representation. Then the next one is called A, where we have our A is called analysis. And in short, analysis is key when it comes to statistics. Analysis is key. So after we've gathered all our data together and done all relevant things, the next thing is to go for analysis, analyze the data. Analyze means that making use of some beautiful methodologies in statistics that could include or statistical tools that could include chi-square, t-test, your z-test, and the likes of them, short ANOVA, f-test, and the likes of them can be used in analyzing our data and put them in good form and shape. While the last one is referred to as D, which is also important, called the drawing out of what? Drawing out of useful what? Drawing out of useful conclusion. Drawing out of useful conclusion. For the purpose of what? Of decision making. So we draw out useful conclusion for a predetermined purpose. Before I went out to the field to get data, there was a purpose in my heart. For instance, the long-lasting hypothesis has been that the color of ladies is pink, but the moment I want to counter this hypothesis, I go to the field, get my data, and go into analysis. So after my analysis, I should be able to know if this long-lasting hypothesis is still having its feet, or perhaps it does not really exist again. So that is what we do in statistics. So, and this definition I just give to you now, with respect to acronyms, COSPAD, make us to know or solidify the fact that statistics can be seen under two broad headings called the inferential statistics and the descriptive statistics. The inferential and the descriptive. Because what we do at this D, the drawing of conclusion, is called inferential statistics. But in our next class, we are going to be having, we're going to be discussing that concept better, the inferential and the descriptive statistics. But do well to subscribe so that you can be informed when we post a new video. Thank you.